So I was loading up my plant stands to put in my classroom. Won't have students for a little bit longer yet, but I was going to start moving things into my classroom. And when I grabbed my first plant stand out of the closet, I noticed this, and leg's broken. And I've not looked at the video I shot there, and I'm trying to remember if I even remembered breaking this and putting it together. There was a lot of JB weld on that spot there where it broke. So it looks like it might have been a repair job that I just simply don't remember making. Anyway, this plant stand. I was talking to wifey about it, the evolution of my plant projects. And if I remember right, this was the first thing I built. And then learning from some of the things from this, I made changes when I made the trellis for my Monstera. And then when I came to the point of making my second plant stand, there were things that I had learned from the Monstera, or the lattice project. And so what I've got here and what I'm thinking about doing with this repair, and I'll also point out a couple of other things, something that I'm trying that I did with the other one. First of all, the other plant stand. First of all, this repair that I'm going to make, I again 3D printed a strip. Now, again, this is still plastic, and there's a part of me that thinks that this is actually not going to hold well, but I want to see if it does. Anyway, I don't know if the camera's capturing it, but one of the problems I had with this particular project when I was putting each of the shelves up there is keeping these legs equal distant from one another. And by the time it all got done and finished, even though it looked like each step of the way I was doing a decent job of keeping the legs where they were supposed to be, when it was all solid and glued up with JB weld and everything, that instead of being the way it was, there's a bit of a twist to it. So then I'm not sure if the camera here is showing it. Maybe if I show from this angle, you can see that does not line up. And here's what I think happened. What I think happened is, I mean, there's obvious tension there, and the JB Weld did a decent job of holding it. I mean, I didn't have any problems all last year with this, or whenever I finished the project. Has it been 2 years? Is this project 2 years old? I don't remember. The years and the months and the weeks all tend to blend together anyway. Anyway, here's what I think happened in the closet in our house. I mean, we've had some wildly fluctuating temperatures here in North Idaho, where we went from 60s to 90s and such. I don't know if we broke 100 yet this summer. But anyway, we had some wildly fluctuating temperatures where it got very, very warm in the house. And of course, metal expands with heat. So this under tension, where it was a repair, is it possible that with the constant stress on this, and then things heating up and cooling down and such, did that cause the bond there to finally break? I don't know. But so I think it's possible that this piece of plastic is not going to do the job exactly the way I'm hoping it will, but it might. If I can get away with this just being a 3D print, that'll be great. But I'm also fully aware that I may need to cast this. So here's the plan. And you can see this is the same. It's the same 3D print that I used when I spliced that piece together in the second plant stand. Although I made some marks here because, so we got this here, and it's going to line up here, and I can't make it equal distant. I mean, I could. It's just not going to look good, or not look as good. I want this to be above the shelf. The beautiful thing is I can always make certain that this is turned away too. In fact, this will probably be the front leg. This leg and the one with all the wires will be toward the back. Anyway, so I got this. I got it marked off to where I'll have it 2 screws in this section here. 1, 2, 3. I've got 4 marked out here, and the only reason why I'm thinking about doing 4 is that they'll be equal distant. And then there's a hole that I have here that I'm thinking about putting right in the middle of where that repair is supposed to be, and that what I will end up doing is going through, drilling out the holes, tapping those holes, screwing this plate into place except for this last one here, and then after this is in place, I will screw a hole in there right in the middle of this break, and then I'll have threads on both sides. Then get this set here so it'll be just like that, and I'm hoping that this will be solid enough with all those screws in there. It'll be solid enough that I can do that. I can drill this out, tap it, and then I'm going to fill it with JB weld, and then put the screw in and screw it down. And the hope is that it's just more surface area that'll have some kind of glue on it. The main support's going to be this 3D print is going to be what I hope will hold it together. And I think, see, I can't tell that there'll be enough strength. Then I can just slightly pull it over so that this will then be in place. Then I intend to drill a hole through here into this plate, and then put a screw, tap it, put a screw in there, and attach this to the base with a screw. And I did not start using die and taps until I got to that lattice. So that's something I didn't do here, that if I were to do this project over again, I would, and then each piece would be screwed in, and then it would have brought a heck of a lot more precision. Anyway, that's the plan. And I just wanted to mention all of that because I'm not going to film all of that. All of these parts that you've seen me filling stuff with JB Weld and such, you don't need to see that. And I've done enough, tapped enough holes, you don't need to see that. So I'm going to do all of that off camera. And then I'll put all this together. I've got some leftover paint from my second plant stand that I should be able to paint that patch, and it should look well, as good as it's going to look. It's going to look kind of Frankenstein. I think that's just going to add a little more character to one of my projects, which tends to be somewhat Frankenstein anyway. Now I haven't put the video together yet at the time that I'm filming this. It hasn't been uploaded, it hasn't been viewed by anybody. So I want to address this issue right now. In case anyone's wondering why I went with the lighting system I went with and such, where I've got a single switch controlling 4 lights. And again, this has to do with lessons that I learned from this one. So I've got 3 separate lights on this, 3 separate switches, and I had decided when I was going to make my second plant stand that if I could find a way, I would make everything to a single switch. And so when I found the part that I found, I thought, oh, that'll work perfect. So I just wanted to make a note of that in case anyone was wondering, because the second plant stand video should come out before this one. In fact, I'm going to probably wedge this one in out of order. It'll bump the order because I've got a bunch of footage already lined up, ready to go, including some mug builds and things like that. All right, I'm hearing my cat scratch at the door. She's hearing me talk. She's probably going to want to come out here, at least until I fire up the drill and such. So, all right, the next bit of footage on this, it'll either be the finished repair here in the garage, or I will wait and take the footage of it in my classroom and film that at the same time I'm filming my plant stand in my classroom. So those of you that are following each week, that sequence should make sense eventually. If it's out of order. Oh, and by the way, if you are watching me every week, thank you. I appreciate that a bunch. I'm not making any money on YouTube yet. This channel's not nearly that successful for sure, but I do appreciate the fact that there are some people out there that do appear to be watching my videos. I like that a bunch. If you're not one of those people, feel free to like and subscribe and all that other sort of stuff. So what I just said in terms of sequences probably won't matter at all. All right, let me get to these, tend to my cat and get to these repairs. All right, so this is one of those examples of where I've gotten out of the habit of filming everything I was doing, and I just went ahead and started doing and completely forgot that I needed to film this. So this is part of that reconstruction of my first plant stand. I'm just holding the camera here, so sorry if it seems awfully shaky and such. And I tried to do this a couple of different ways on the repair than when I first of all, I tried to do it the way I did it before, and I got an unfortunate twist in my plant stand. So I thought I got to try to find a way to avoid that. So I tried that same balancing act, excuse me, trying to balance the 3 legs and then add a shelf and work my way up the plant stand. And I was going to help hold it together with these cardboard spacers. And so I fought with that and fought with that and fought with that, and I just struggled too much. So then I thought, oh well, let me try something different, and that was to put the shelves on one at a time, and then I will come back and add then the other 2 legs, and hopefully they'll kind of fall into place. But I've already got a bad feeling that may not end up being the case, and it may explain exactly why there was some twist in getting this back together. So anyway, I'll move on to the next part here in a bit. I just wanted to film this. I got to get this out of the way because I've got other stuff I need to film. And so anyway, here's what I've got so far. And so then I'll add the other 2 legs, and hopefully that'll fall into place. And so what was it I was doing different? Well, if I put this back, you can see I sat the leg on this support here, and then I was able to rest the plant shelf up against this board. And then I took a square and then made certain that it stayed square. And then because I wanted it, I was afraid that I was pushing on one side and might have made it a little cockeyed on the other side. I put the other one, the other square there. So I think I've got them at least square to this board. I don't think I could possibly get it square to the leg. Anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and just wrap this segment up, and I'll try to remember to turn the camera on when I attach the remaining two legs, and then I'll get the lighting back up. All right, so I'll end this segment here. All right, here's the second leg right here. First one is attached to each of the shelves. And first thing that I noticed on this is that this, for the second leg, this part fell into place, this part fell into place, and then we get to the top and we've got this. I think after I get those two attached, I think I can play with this one. The only thing that I am concerned about is whether or not when this gets attached and put down, when I set it down, how level would that be? And I've been kind of thinking about it, trying to figure out how could I make certain that when I'm putting this together, that the legs are all going to meet the ground at the same place. And then I thought, well, maybe I shouldn't worry about that so much because I can always shim stuff up. And I need to stop here for a bit because my daughter just showed up with grandson number 3. I'll be back. All right, daughter and grandson number 3 are safely headed back home. So here I am. I probably could have finished this off real quick, and then rather than cutting it off and chit-chatting with my daughter. Anyway, I'm going to JB weld these two sections and let them do their thing. And then I'll come back and I don't need to film that. And then I'll come back to seeing if I can coax this section into place after the other two are in. I think I can. And hopefully do it without popping some previous JB weld. I may even come back through and reinforce that. Okay, anyway, next segment will probably be the end result of this being in place, or as I'm doing the third one, because I'm thinking maybe it's possible that I try to put the third leg on and then at the very end try to force things into place. We'll see. All right, where's the off button? I decided to just attach these 2 points, and then I was thinking about leaving this unattached until I got the third leg in. And as I was getting ready to put the third leg in, I noticed that by having this attached, it should position this last spot a little bit better. Anyway, you can see that there was more than enough flex in this leg to put it into position. And I just got it weighted down with some lead to make certain that everything stays in place while that cures. So I'll let this set all day and then overnight. And then tomorrow I will attach the last leg. I got to do some cleanup, or at least I think I'm going to do some cleanup. Each time I got ready to put the leg on, I would clean off old JB weld, even though that JB weld showed me when it came off the shelf, it showed me exactly where it was. Here, I'll show you as a good example. You can see there's some residual JB weld there, and I mean it keys very nicely to where it originally was. And so we'll see. I've been cleaning all of that off so that it would get a brand new fit, but I'm thinking that if this then just pretty much keys right to where it was before, I may just go ahead and not do the cleanup. I got to think about it. It might be better still to do it so that I'm not putting JB weld over old JB weld. Okay, there's not really a whole lot more to show here. I am noticing though that, and it's got to be the way the shelves are, they're off, and there's still a little bit of a twist. And I was thinking I was going to be able to line everything up just right, but I think it's a flaw in the castings. Well, if it all goes back together and holds together, I'm going to be okay with it. After I get that third leg on, then I just need to repaint and then reinstall the lights. All right, last leg here. Okay, in this part, he fit on, although I put up a piece of board here, and he's a little short, but this one was already one of these legs, and I think it was this one because it was the one that had that defect, was already short. So I think I'm still kind of on schedule. And then this one, because of over here, he doesn't quite fit perfect, but look at that. It's I was able to move one of the legs, this leg, over. I think I'm going to be able to move this one without any problem at all once this sets up. And then I think it might, I'm not sure if it looks straighter than it did the first time or not. But anyway, I'm close. And then probably I can see in a couple of places where I can go back after I've got all this together, throw some JB weld in some of those fillets. Looks like here and here, and just kind of slather that in, and then with my Dremel, which is what I use to kind of clean up, I can shape some of that before I put on the final paint. I put a piece of tape here which had some glue. This is the one, this is the leg that had the telescoping top. I'm not sure exactly why I thought I needed to keep track of which one had the telescoping plant light on it, but I did anyway. And so this thing's just about done. I forgot to grab the camera when I started putting all this together, and then after I got everything set, noticed that this one was riding up a bit. I put the weight on it and I went, I'm not filming again. So anyway, I'm not sure if I'll film this being put into place or not. I think I'll just do it, glue it up, put in the fillets, and have a picture of this when it's all set, and then ready for paint. And then I'll show a picture of the paint, and then I'll probably show a picture of me installing at least one, if not all, the lights. There should be one here, and then the telescoping one that'll go out. All right, that's it for this segment. Can you hear the rain? For the first time in a while, we may actually have some decent rain here in North Idaho, despite the fact that we're halfway through September. It's been a long, dry summer. All right, let's wrap this up. Thing about hot glue, you get those little spider webs everywhere. All right, this was actually really, really effective first time around. So I'm kind of hoping it works again. I may go and reinforce that and add some more a little bit later. One of the things that was kind of disappointing though on my paint job is that I wasn't paying attention. I just grabbed the can with the black lead and I ended up spraying primer rather than the enamel gloss, which I'm not sure if that's coming through or not. The difference between this and here, you can kind of see. I may decide to fix that. I don't know. I don't mind it being flat. All right, let's get the other ones on. Like with the hot glue, the zip ties worked well. It's securing the lamps here. Whoops, that was almost a goof. Yeah, I think that's how I did that last time that way. Let's redo this one. Perfect. Okay. And then I don't think I need to film that last one, or I don't think I need to film the securing of the zip ties to the leg. I will, however, get a shot of getting some plants back on this plant stand. All right, I think I'm getting these plants back in the spots that I had them before. Uh-oh. I can see that I must have done this as a triangle rather than a 2, so that it would sit flat. Oh my goodness. Gotta fix that. I've got plenty of these. Yeah, I think I'm going to get another one because I don't think that'll. Maybe it will. Let's see. Yeah, I need a 4th one. I think I did that in thirds. Didn't even occur to me when I was putting this together earlier. I think I did here, here, and here. But I'll do 4. And if I have to, I'll do 6. I don't think I'm going to have to do 6. Okay, that makes it nice and flat. Perfect. Overkill, but that's all right. This is an easy adjustment. Scissors. Now let's see. This guy, tons of it's going to come apart. It breaks so easily. There we go. I don't know if he's going to sprout. I'm just going to stick him in the dirt anyway, just in case. Just in case. More breaking off. Same thing. Stick him in here. See if he's going to sprout and grow something new. bet you this is fantastic video viewing. Let me position my plants. There we go. Then I think the jade was on the bottom. There we go. All right. Plant stand restored. Plant stand restored. Taller on the light there. All right. Now, that makes that plant stand a little more empty. I'll have to fill him up. All right. Anyway, that's going to conclude my first plant stand repair. And hopefully I don't have to do that ever again. Thanks a whole bunch for watching. If you found this video entertaining, informative, or any such things like that in any way, shape, or form, please like and subscribe. Blessings.